Destruction of DEI across the country is not just about removing specific people today. It's about cultural implications for generations to come. For those of us paying attention, the quote, "no new wars" was never about peace in the world or the United States. Literally just a propaganda technique. But we know these conflicts are coming. Whether they are by the United States hand or some other country, we know these conflicts are coming. And we're going to get involved and we're going to send people. Whether or not this country successfully completes an ideological turnaround, one thing will remain true for the foreseeable future. From these conflicts, we will have no black heroes, no minority heroes, no women heroes, no LGBT heroes, no immigrant heroes. We're going to look back at this conflict and see, or whatever conflicts may come, and see WASP male commanding officers, WASP male fighter pilots taking down aircraft, WASP male special operators going behind enemy lines, WASP male infantry. Just like we see in TV shows like Band of Brothers and movies like Saving Private Ryan. This isn't just about erasing American history as it already is. It's about erasing tomorrow's history. People 30, 40 years from now are going to look to the conflicts of today and still ask the question, where were all the minorities defending our nation, defending the Constitution? They do that now. Where were all the minorities in World War II or the Civil War or the Revolutionary War? They don't want another Tuskegee Airman. They don't want more stories of our soldiers being in British pubs and not being allowed to discriminate against our black service members. They just don't want that situation to pop up to begin with. And they want this erasure of heroes and positive role models across the entire breadth of activity in the United States. They want it to apply to firefighters, police officers, medical workers, postal workers. They don't want anybody to ever again attribute the success of the United States to somebody who doesn't look like a very specific kind of person. And they don't even need to hold the government for more than 4 years to make this a potential problem for generations. And if you think I'm just a dumb moose that makes silly assessments and forecasts, know that there are thousands of people much smarter than me out there to advance their cause. Again, ask yourself, on whose authority does any of this stop? Yours, Moose.
The nation's first black military pilots who served in World War II, but their story is now being eliminated from the U.S. Air Force training under President Donald Trump's DEI ban. West 2's tonight, Gabriel Geddes has reaction from Central Florida's Tuskegee Airmen chapter.
Lesson plans on the Tuskegee Airmen, including the women Air Force service pilots, will no longer be part of the U.S. Air Force training courses. It comes as President Donald Trump cracks down on diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives.
I was both surprised but extremely disappointed.
Toby Hubbard is president of Central Florida's General Daniel Chappie James Jr. chapter of the Tuskegee Airmen, Inc. It's named after America's first black four-star general who was from Pensacola.
Once folks started to know who the Tuskegee Airmen are, and I say many politicians, civic leaders, and folk in general were surprised to realize that had not the Tuskegee Airmen performed the way they did during World War II, the outcome would have been very different.
They were the country's first black military pilots. Serving in a segregated World War II unit, they accounted for more than 1,500 missions. Today, only a few of them are still alive, including at least 2 in Florida.
So many folk are going to be disappointed, and we're hoping that someone will change our president's mind.
In a statement, the national nonprofit Tuskegee Airmen, Inc. said in part, quote, "We believe the content of these courses does not promote one category of service member or citizen over another. They are simply a part of American military history that all service members should be aware of." Alabama Congresswoman Terry Sewell wants the Air Force to reverse the decision. She posted on X, quote, "The airmen bravely fought and died for our freedoms before this nation even granted them the full benefits of citizenship. To strip them from the Air Force curriculum is an outrageous betrayal of our values as Americans." Last year, Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill to make Tuskegee Airmen Commemoration Day an official holiday in March.
it was 100% approved across the board. So the fact that both sides agreed upon it tells me that our legislators support, believe, and think supporting and honoring the Tuskegee Airmen is the right thing to do.
Sanega Brigadiguez, WESH 2 News.